3 in the morning, my kitchen in Chicago. The place where I once got 2 Michelin stars, and the place where I went completely bankrupt on ideas. You won't believe this. 3 years ago, critics were calling me a genius, the future of gastronomy. And now I'm just making another deathly boring variation on truffle and foie gras. Guests come in, they nod, they eat, they take pictures, they leave. No one says, wow. No one yells, oh my God, this is insane. I've forgotten how to surprise people. I think I've even forgotten how to surprise myself. And then, everything changed. The weekend came and Jake came to visit, my 8-year-old nephew. He was like a little hurricane in dinosaur pajamas. He burst into my sterile kitchen and opened the fridge with the kind of confidence Columbus must have had when he discovered America. Uncle Liam, can we make space soup? I look at what he's holding. In one hand, a bag of frozen mashed potatoes. In the other, a bar of bitter 85% dark chocolate that I hide from my most exquisite desserts. Every fiber of my being, all my experience as a chef, screamed, "No! Stop! This is a gastronomic crime, culinary heresy. Mixing these is like drawing a mustache on the Mona Lisa." But Jake was looking at me. And in his eyes, I wasn't a tired 36-year-old guy. I was a real magician, a person who could do anything. Of course, we can. And so we began to create. We melted the chocolate in a double boiler. Jake, laughing, dumped the whole bag of cold puree in to make it look like a nebula in space, he yelled, and generously poured in some milk. A pinch of chili, which I used for a spicy sauce, turned into a meteor shower. And then came the grand finale. He thought for a moment, opened a jar of pickles, and dumped half of them into our chocolate potato mixture. And these are alien crystals. I stood there and said nothing, because something in my head just clicked, switched over. In this insane chaos, I suddenly didn't see a mistake. I saw a system. I stopped seeing just ingredients. I saw an incredible story. A story that was far more logical and alive than all of my precise, boring recipes. The moment of truth, I take a bite. It was completely wrong. Salty, sweet, creamy, and then suddenly a sharp, spicy kick of chili at the very end. It was so wrong that it was genius. 3 months later, I introduced a new tasting menu to the world. The name? Jake's Nebula. The main hit, that very space soup. A fluffy mashed potato base infused with dark chocolate and cocoa beans. On top, a delicate foam of smoked milk, drops of ruby chili jelly, and tiny, perfect cubes of pickled orgecan that burst in your mouth like the most expensive caviar. The critics went crazy. Food and Wine magazine called it the most daring and important dish of the decade. Now, to get a dinner reservation at Aurelia, you have to book 6 months in advance. People are flying in from Tokyo, from Dubai, from London. They're flying in to taste a soup that was invented by an 8-year-old kid in dinosaur pajamas. And me? I started to be surprised again, every single day, because I finally understood one simple thing. A kid's "let's just mix everything together" isn't about chaos. It's the only real way to find something that has never existed before you. What if we all just need to take a risk sometimes, to mix our potatoes with our chocolate? Thank you, Jake. You gave me my magic back.